Hello. It's coffee time. Hope you're all doing well. I don't know if you checked out the post I just posted a little bit ago. But I got some oracle cards to go over. Because there's a collective message within it. So we're going to go over that. Coffee time. More like a cold latte. But that's okay. Not a big deal. Apparently there's a donut eater. Quite possibly a cancer. Not going to say anything, but you could be dealing with one. I'm going through it, I'll tell you that much. The overall understanding of the University of Life and what it provides to you for a lesson. Usually it's pretty quiet before the test. I only shout out people that I know, sorry. Like, I'd give Juanita a shout out because she works really hard. Just saying. She literally shows up. She's part of the crew. Anybody deserves a shout out, it's her. This isn't a place to shout out. The ones I shout out are my crew. The ones that actually put it out. In essence, that they work hard, they're trying to be their most authentic self. They're being true to themselves. If that's what you're doing, then great. That's the shout out. So I might as well get into the Ascension cards. We are at the precipice. Thank you, Tiger Boy. We are at the precipice of something huge. And the people that are willing to believe are the people that are going to receive. Anyhow. Sorry, Juanita. I gotta do something. I figured you deserved a night off. You know who I'm talking about. I'm looking at gifting out a membership, Juanita, and you're probably gonna get it. I don't know how, but I'm working on it. So just give me some time, my dear. So I'm gonna go off starting at the supers and highlighted members messages. So if you're a member, you can most definitely comment. If you want to send a super chat, you can share a comment. I very much appreciate all donations made to my channel, just to start off with, and I thank you very much for that. It is helping me get myself free from some pretty crazy chains that I've been dealing with for the last year. So I am forever grateful. The overall collective message is realizing who you are. Realizing who you're meant to be, why you're here. And you're going to find that a lot of the reason why you're here is a lot different than what you've been bombarded with as far as information. And this is going with the propaganda, this is going with what you see on the TV and in the movies and whatever else. We're bombarded by advertisements and distractions from what actually really matters. And we're learning a new perspective and a new perception on how we look at things and how we see and perceive things. So perception, it's a bit like an enlightenment. And sometimes we see things that we don't necessarily want to see, but it's for our best interest. Beware, someone you are attracted to has a tendency to use others to fill their own void. To some extent, this is true of most relationships. However, in this particular case, the void wanting to be filled is insatiable. Nothing you say or do will ever be enough, so tread carefully. Don't allow yourself to be drawn into other people's problems. All is not the way it is presented. Use your intuition and trust your natural instincts. In spite of its problems, a valuable lesson will be derived from this relationship as you realize that we are each responsible for our own well being. Taking on another's emotional baggage is of no help to anyone, so remain emotionally detached and use your sixth sense. So, a lot of our relationships that we're in right now, friendships, situationships, acquaintanceships, okay, workmanships, whatever the case may be, that are no longer serving us, quite possibly maybe raising some red flags, they're being evaluated. So the people that are doing us wrong and creating stress and havoc and chaos in our life are on notice. Illumination. Your creativity is blocked at present because you are not expressing how you truly feel. To unblock your creativity, you need to express your feelings. Creativity is the first and foremost about self-expression. Every piece of art, no matter what the subject or style, is a self-portrait. Express everything that you feel inside you, good, bad, beautiful, or ugly. Everything is valid, so don't place judgments or restrictions on yourself. Your creativity has no boundaries, apart from the boundaries you place on it yourself. Creativity is the essence of your life, and self-expression is creativity's voice. Self-expression heals and it liberates you. It illuminates your mind and heart. All you need is to let your feelings come through. Hello, YouTube. Illuminating the darkness. Basically, what my channel's all about. Gaia. This is about getting in touch with the sacred feminine. Good old Mother Earth. Whether male or female, you are advised to embrace your feminine side. This means embracing your intuitive, gentle, and loving nature and applying these qualities to a current troublesome situation. Embracing these nurturing and gentle qualities will help you to feel a greater sense of balance, and this will help you to overcome your present difficulty. Ask Mother Earth to help ground and strengthen you, and you will feel a renewed sense of vitality. Spend some time in nature, do some gardening, or go for a walk in a park. Feel your connection to the earth, and remember that both your masculine and feminine qualities are complementary parts of every human being. Balance, true power, and wisdom are only possible when you embrace both. For years I have felt your yearning, forever I have loved you. It's about having the union within, it's about having the balance within yourself, and also being in balance with Mother Nature as well. Dawning of a new age. Trying to gain a higher spiritual state of awareness may feel like a long and slow process. Yet remember that a part of you exists always in a higher spiritual state. Higher consciousness is a knowing and wisdom far beyond words or explanation. It is your true nature, the eternal light of your soul. There is no point trying to reach it, just as there is no point in trying to escape your physical reality. To ascend spiritually is to accept the love and love your physical reality. Higher consciousness means being fully present in each moment. Stop trying to reach it, and you may just realize you're already there. It's already within you. All unfolds in perfect time, and all you need to know is will be revealed at the most perfect moment. Be patient and trust, for angelic forces are at work in your life right now. Feel the presence of the goddess within you. Ask her to clear your mind, and so that you may hear her guidance within your heart. The goddess speaks through feelings and stirs within you. Feel her pull your heartstrings as she bathes you in her healing light. You will receive a sudden inspiration when you least expect it, and this will lead to the most positive outcome. Be prepared for a very pleasant surprise. Part of the reason why I've been on this healing journey is because I know what it feels like to be in a place of lack. I know what it feels like to be in a place of stagnance and of uncertainty, of not knowing where to go or what to do or how to get there. Sort of in an aspect, I'm still going through it. And we all do. But again, with the previous live that I was talking about and how the ebb and flow of energy and the ebb and flow of the seasons, we go through these times of reflection. Mother Nature gives us those times of reflection in order to reassess and refocus and let go of what no longer serves us, to get ready for the next season. And this is about getting in connection with Mother Nature and Mother Earth. Allowing the winter time to be that time of reflection. Allow the time just before spring to manifest and start those little seedlings of thought, those little new ideas that you want to manifest into your life in the coming year. Allow that to be your focus going into springtime, of planting those seeds. But as you do that, you need to go back there and tend to that, to provide yourself with that fruit, that eventual harvest. Things are going to get weird for a lot of people. People that are sensitive and in tune and aware already know how weird it actually is. But the people that don't necessarily, who I'm talking about, are the people who don't necessarily believe. Because there's a whole bunch of people that believe. And with them projecting out that energy of belief. And when a lot of people are coming online and syncing up to the awareness, to the ascension, and they're waking up to the realities of who they actually are in a soul aspect, not just a human aspect. To realize that we are actually here on a mission. We actually do have a destiny. As to whether or not that calling within us is loud enough for you to hear that, to where you're not tuning it out. That's all part of the illumination aspect of your inner self. And a lot of us have a traumatic experiences that we're dealing with, that we're finding a hard time to let go and heal from. And the most important thing is to have compassion for yourself. Self-love, self-respect. For the most part, when you're dealing with any type of toxicity with yourself or someone else, always show yourself compassion. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because a lot of us, we tend to get in those little dark spots where there's not very much light. And you end up dwelling on the aftermath of certain situations, certain actions. Sometimes these things confuse us. Sometimes light leaves us in a space where, okay, well, what the actual hell is going on here? Can somebody spell it out for me? There's not a therapist out there that's going to help you. They might be able to show you the way, but you have to go through that yourself. This is a self journey. It's a self-discovery. And if the things that happen to us are actually happening for us, to help us bring us to a better understanding of what and how and where we should be, or very well could be something that maybe we don't necessarily want in our life. But it maybe life is just showing us, just for the sake of showing us, say, okay, we can add that to the list of things not to do. What's important is what you resonate with, within your soul, within your heart. Just because somebody else said so doesn't mean you should. The only way we're actually going to get anywhere is if we actually have another bunch of leaders to show up and actually do something about it. Am I tired? Yeah, I'm tired. Am I exhausted? Yeah, my tired is so tired, my tired is tired. But does that mean I'm giving up? No. The only way that I'm giving up is if somebody's clawing my eyes out. And just in case you're wondering why my eyes are barely open, is because I've got a bit of a headache. So the least my eyes are open, the better. And I bet a lot of my enemies and haters would want me to say that too. But lucky for them, it's only a headache today. Most obviously, be honest with yourself. Stop bringing yourself to a point of accepting other people's bullshit. Have enough courage to stick up for yourself. But pick your battles. Understand that some battles aren't battles at all. Because some people are just in competition with themselves. But you're pulled into their chaos anyway. Whether you like it or not. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light of life itself, and maybe even the dragons, if they want to come hang out and chill. Come on in and nestle in with a drink or a snack, if you like. But be present enough to know that I'm very, very grateful and thankful for the blessings that are bestowed upon me, the protection, the guidance, the wisdom, the insight. I'm ever so grateful to the divine light for giving me life, protecting me along my journey. As this is the Coffee Time Collective, I'm looking into the Pharaoh Tarot for any messages for the collective that are watching. If these messages resonate, then great. If they don't, leave it for someone else. You can swap the genders to make it fit. However, if it's not your story, it's not your story. If you are watching this video and it does resonate, and you get compelled to spam the comments, don't. If you would like to make a comment, feel free. But if you have another comment after that, find your comment, either edit your comment to work it into that comment, or use the reply section and add your comments there. Save some room on the feed for other people. And no, I don't care about the algorithms to the comments. If somebody wants to come and view my video, I very much am grateful for that. They should have space within the comments to do so as well if they would like to comment. Just an FYI PSA announcement. All donations are graciously accepted, whether that be a super chat, super thanks, super sticker, or quite possibly a donation to my cause, to my housing fund, through my PayPal is also greatly appreciated. This is my current only income. So I, again, thank you for subscribing, for liking the videos. And let's get into the message. A sudden and catastrophic disruption of your life could occur. Beware of danger from injury or accident. You could bring about a needless calamity through loss of concentration. Hmm. The tower upside down. Let's read it bright side up. This card indicates that you will, in the future, change completely your present way of life. A violent change either in business or your home, or even change of residence interstate or overseas. The change will strike like a bolt of lightning. Okay, I like the upper rather than the latter. Yeah, no. Anyway, awesome first message. An unexpected change, interruptions of plans, and delays to projects are indicated. Could also indicate a future loss of a personal friend or relative. Awesome! Not, not really. Um, a possible change of residence. A young man will bring news of a new venture and possible departure. Okay. You are held back by a rival, trivial problems, and red tape. Finish one job before starting another. Do not live in the past. Look forward to the brighter future. Yeah, in a perfect world. You will reap rewards by your own efforts. You have the opportunity of having the world at your feet. You will soon reach the final stage to complete a project successfully and claim the reward. Yes, please. Arg. You will achieve riches through clever transactions. However, through an error, you could lose half of your gains. Indicated in the future's chance of theft and robbery. Protection must be enforced. The future shows wealth, riches, and success. You will enjoy pleasure and social activities. Nothing can stop you. You will find once you start, everything you touch will turn to gold. You got the Midas touch. Anyway. Oh, come on. Why they gotta be all up in red? This is like monotonous. If you do not make up your mind what you really want to achieve, you will make no further advancements in the future. You have no purpose or intent. Now that's a bunch of gaslighting bullshit, okay? I know what I want. I know where I want to go. But there are people making it literally impossible. Yay, yay, yay. You love travel and would enjoy a journey to seek new horizons. I would love one, yes. And a new way of life, sure. Opportunities could arise in the future. Be sympathetic to the less fortunate. I do my best. I really do my best. Oh, come on. You find people distrust you because they feel sure you are not sincere over your motives. People suspect that behind a friendly manner, you are only making use of them. You will gain through the goodwill of friends and travel. You will reap the benefit of your past efforts. You have built up goodwill you have built up goodwill in an unexpected area. All right, come on, give us something good. Really? Are they like all red up there? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Anyway, you may throw away a new opportunity by misjudging the person who offers it to you. Do not judge a book by its cover or a person by their outside appearance. Your desires will eventually be realized. You will learn secrets and gain financially through relatives or close friends. You will look in new directions to become aware of a chance to reach a new rich horizon. I've had enough about that. We'll leave it on that note anyway. Thank you all for jumping in tonight. It's a little bit of a slow start. We'll see how the night goes on. gonna do a collective. I want to do an angel number too, but I kind of sort of need the internet to look it up because I don't know them all, and that's quite all right. But it's just one of those things, right? And the internet's down. Yay. All right. So I'm gonna swap the chat again. Some of these comments are kind of fun. No, I'm not the dude from Breaking Bad. I'll get to the guitar a little later. So, what is this collective reading going to be about? What do you want it to be about? Anybody got any ideas? My goodness. I'm like blown away right now. I'm totally speechless. I'm literally speechless right now. Like, I'm literally, utterly speechless right now. You know who you are. You know what you just did. Thank you from the bottom of my soul. I was totally right about what? If I need to give a shout out to anybody tonight, sorry, Juanita. You're like amazing. Okay, don't get me wrong. You're like top notch for moderators. Like, and like, thank you for being here. But one person I gotta give a shout out to is Raquel. All right, y'all. Thank you from the bottom of my soul. My heart. Thank you. You literally took bags of pressure off of my shoulders. to say how much I appreciate you. Well, love and light, karma, the crew's pretty well here. I think all we need is Skittles. We need an alchemist. Where are they? I have a feeling a couple people are here. They just haven't spoken yet because they're busy doing stuff. They're just listening. And that's okay. Keep going. Do what you gotta do. Slay it. Slay. Get her done. Please, if you're driving, pay attention. So we're gonna get into a coffee time collective. Not too much. We're just chilling. Welcome in, Rachel. Chocolate cake. My goodness. Somebody's lucky. Yummy, 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 yummy. So, what coffee collective reading? What are we going to focus on tonight? Anybody got any ideas? Is it me, you versus your person? Is it a tell us what we need to know kind of feel, like it always is? I want to swap it up. So if there's something else that we can maybe focus on, what are we looking at? You know, what do we want to look into? I'm letting you guys choose. Let you guys have the whole idea. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Good times. Yeah, part of that whole little episode song was a fail, but it's cool. It was cool on the fly anyway, even though I screwed up a little bit. Pull an energy card and let it ride. Okay. Well, I already got the whole bit on the oracle cards. Does anybody have the ability to maybe do a cut and paste or know their angel numbers? That want to do the executive aspect of that if I roll a couple angel numbers? I don't know. An energy card. The energy of the collective kind of card. Alright. We got the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. So this is about finding your inner light, right? It's going introspective within yourself. Basically what I've been talking about. It's confirming everything, okay? Why must I repeat myself? You know how frustrating that is? Trying to repeat yourself and having to repeat yourself because the people in the back didn't get it yet? Like, how loud do I gotta be? For the love. Anyhow. Picky Peter. I cut the deck. Picky Peter. Just give me a moment. Just getting a download about Picky Peter and boundaries and putting up walls. See, when people go through healing and they're getting out of that toxic situation, they've got the guard up, right? They've got their situation happening. Loud enough for the cheap seats. I love that. We tend to put our guard up. We tend to put our boundaries up. We tend to put ourselves in protection mode, right? But when we're being attacked, quite possibly I might be talking to a chosen one when this is happening, or a light worker, or whatever the case may be. Okay? Can you, like, go get a life somewhere else? You've been deceived to start with, and then you're going to come into my chat when you've never met me before, you've never listened to my chats before. You want to come into my chat and wreak havoc and wreak hatred? Who are you? Really? If you do you even know my story? Have you taken the time out to even think about maybe looking into my story? No, you want to come in and give all this tripe? You realize you're worshiping a false idol? He's not meant to be an idol. He's meant to be an ancestor. He's meant to be a brother and sister. Some people's children, man. Thank you, Anita. Yeah. Want to talk about something? Let's talk about something, okay? There's been a huge injustice upon the earth. Okay? We've been duped. We've been absolutely duped. Okay? We've been lied to. Okay? It's a real sad day when we awaken to the lies that have been told upon our name, on our life. Has a lot to do with the propaganda. We think it's only went to a certain level. It's so much deeper than that. And when you start to awaken to the truth, it will definitely piss you off. But I'll tell you right now, once you get over the piss off and the anger and the hatred, it will set you free from the shackles. So, just keep that in mind when you move forward in through your life. And understand that the people that you thought might have loved you, quite possibly, are going to betray you. And if you're not right with yourself and you're not balanced within yourself, let's just say it's going to be a little difficult for you. A little more difficult than most. There's such an imbalance upon the earth. The lever's reversed. Okay, collectively, do you see the chaos across the world? People can't even love themselves, let alone anyone else. People aren't programmed to love themselves. They have to dig within. They have to dig within their psyche, within their heart and soul in order to find that out. It has a lot to do with self-worth. You want to talk about collective? We're sitting with 5 of Wands. Quarrels, fights, gossip, lies, deceit. When are we going to put the fucking sticks down and call truths on this? Maybe we had the wrong perspective. Maybe we had the wrong idea. Maybe we can actually communicate and talk this shit out instead of beating each other up, blowing the shit out of ourselves. How about a worldwide ceasefire? How about we wave the white flags? Not to give up, not to give in, but to have the availability and the right to hold space. What intent do you want to make onto the world? What kind of intent do you want to make? What kind of impact do you want to make on your life, on the lives around you? You want it to be good? You want it to be positive? You want it to be in a good nature? Maybe bring some joy and happiness? Are you looking to rip people apart and tear people down and distract them from their destiny? What's it going to be? I can't make this up. The lies, the betrayal. When is it going to be enough? When is it going to be enough? When is it going to be enough hurt? When is it, what, when we're all saying mercy, when we're all in a position where, there's nothing left? It's all about healing. It's about transmuting the negativity. It's about learning from the lessons that were brought into your existence. Maybe it's to help you to understand other people's situations. Maybe it's to help you find compassion within yourself. For not only yourself, but other people. Having something to relate to. And understanding that somehow, some way along the line, we're all connected, whether we like it or not. I'll send you a text after the live, my dear. We got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay? That's a new beginning. New stability, new house, new job, new life. I'm so excited to hear that, considering you haven't slept in weeks. So I'm happy about that. I want to thank you all for jumping in and watching. If this at all of whatever I'm saying is resonating with you, hit the like button. I thank you for the support. Thank you for the views. I thank you for the donations, graciously accepted and gratefully accepted. Thank you so much. Having to fight for your life at all costs, having to stand up for yourself, have the courage to step forward. When you're stuck in this fight or flight, and when you have your boundaries up and your guard up all the time, it's actually not good for you. Everybody needs that time to relax and decompress. If we're constantly in this aspect, it becomes damaging. Bye-bye. Really? Some people are so deceived. I know what I've lived in my life. And I don't need to go to no church. You want to know why? Because God's not in a building. God's not even in your house. God is within every single one of us. And that is how we connect to the divine. In aspect to it, God is love, compassion, respect, forgiveness, integrity. And when you allow the union within yourself, your masculine and feminine aspect of yourself, the protector and the teacher, the nurturer, the hunter, when you allow them to be in union within yourself, you then become in balance as a union. When you match that with the connection you have with the divine, you're in true balance and you are at the aspect of manifestation to become a creator, a true manifester, a true magician, a true ascended master, just as Jesus was, just as the Buddha. Just as many other ascended masters along that time, along throughout the millennia. And the important thing about Jesus' story, okay, is the fact that you can find God within you if you look. You don't need to look in no book. Okay? I'll tell you right now, I'm not bashing the Bible, don't get me wrong. It is filled with information, it's filled with ideologies, it's filled with perspectives and perception. Yes, it's something to look at. Yes, it's something to read. Yes, it's something to actually look into. And there is no comparison of what it would be otherwise. I.e., a magazine to a encyclopedia to a comic book to a fantasy novel. To a non-fiction thriller. However you perceive it. As long as it's important to you and you want to perceive it in your way, that is all that matters. If it works for you, great. Do not worship idols. False idols. Christian religion turned Jesus into an idol. He's an ascended master. He was connected to the universal consciousness. He was connected to divinity. God essence that was within him. This is why he was so powerful. We got the Seven of Cups here. This talks about distractions. It talks about illusions. Okay? As a collective, we've basically been filled and fed this our whole existence. And we wonder why we're so distracted. The Two of Swords. It's about communication, calling a truce, making a decision. Being lied to, being coerced. Into something that isn't meant for us. Being bombarded by fear to the point where we don't even know how to love ourselves. Because we're stuck in the fight or flight and we're all addicted to the cortisol. Due to the trauma that is ensuing across the earth. You want me to sugarcoat it? Go eat a donut. The Four of Pentacles, talking about letting things go. Letting it go, sweep it under the rug. Doesn't matter, just keep moving. To the point where we literally have no strength left. We literally have no brain left to comprehend what's actually going on with us. Because we choose not to look at it. Because we're constantly letting it go before we learn the lesson. We're letting it go before we get a chance to process and heal from it. Just moving on to the next one. Being tempted by the toxicity. Being tempted by the right now. Instead of working on the long term. You want to know what's toxic? Everybody being distracted by all these illusions. Yet they walk around wondering why their lives are going to shit. They fail to take accountability. The Jezebel spirit is at large across the earth. And the Jezebel spirit is invoked by trauma and fear and hatred and jealousy and envy. And the Jezebel spirit jumps from person to person. And if you're not right in your heart, the Jezebel spirit very well might jump to you. And if it jumps to you, It has the potential to ruin your existence. It has the potential to sabotage you and your blessings that are divinely given unto you. The Jezebel spirit wants a weak individual. And that's why they choose trauma. It is only by introspection, it is only by healing, it is only by assessing and digging deep into the ethers of your soul, in your mind, in your memories, and the shit that you're holding on to, that you process it, that you work through it. There is no shortcut to enlightenment. You can't drive up and over top of it. You can't go around it. You can't go under it. You need to literally go through it. Healing isn't easy, and neither is the school of life. These experiences are taught to us so that way we have an understanding. It brings us to a compassion, to a new perception, to an enlightenment. It brings us to our next level, to our ascension, of becoming our true authentic self. I'm speaking from my soul. I'm speaking from my heart right now. So these people want to come in and they want to throw shade in the chat, saying that because I'm playing with a bunch of cards that it's demonic. When they're clearly riddled with guilt. And the only way that they can somehow rid themselves of guilt is spreading this muck all over the place of this lie and of this illusion that we need to submit to Jesus. It's not about submitting to Jesus, it's about holding him in your heart, remembering him in his message, his actual message of love and compassion and forgiveness. Whatever happened to love, compassion, and forgiveness? Really? People wonder why I don't watch TV. People wonder why I don't watch TV. Why would I want to watch a bunch of tripe, a bunch of propaganda, shit that doesn't even serve me right? Shit that doesn't put me in the right frame of mind to where I want to be going. All it is a bunch of fear-mongering bullshit. And some of us are stupid enough to pay close to $200 to $300 a month for that shit, when all you're doing is surfing through the channels wondering what to watch. Meanwhile, you have a whole world out there just bebopping along, and you're sitting there watching the tube. This spring, there's going to be an awakening. A lot of it has to do with the disclosure. You want some predictions? Already, if you paid attention this far, okay, there are going to be major disclosures. They're already happening, okay? And this has nothing to do with the fake alien shit. Yes, aliens exist, but I really don't know. I'm really not sure. I think they're out there playing with their new AI toys, as far as I'm concerned. But that's just my own little opinion. Life goes on. Anyhow, they're trying to raise the frequency of fear in order to be better controlled. 3 years locked down didn't do it enough already. We've been thrown into fight or flight for the last 3 years of our lives. Some of us have awakened and realized that, no, you know what? It's basically this big fat illusion. And no, it's not all illusion. There are certain situations at hand that are actually happening. Kind of like a live fire exercise. Interesting that it was at pretty well the same time as the Olympics. At pretty well the same exact place. But, again, that's not my problem. Let's just say it smelled like dirty fish, but it wasn't dirty fish. It was just stinky socks. If you know, you know. And if you don't, well, the joys of wearing the rose-colored glasses and looking the other way. You're going to notice in the next couple years, you're going to wish that you took your glasses off and seen it for what it was. I sure know how to clean out the room, that's for sure. I had like 20, almost 30 people in the room. Now I've only got 12. Not that I'm counting. I'm really not. The people that are meant to hear the message is going to hear the message. The people that aren't, that's fine too. Not a big deal. Ricola. Honey lemon with echinacea. This is not an endorsement. However, if they want to work with me, I'd do it. Feel free to hit me up. Anyhow, we're in for a rude awakening. One of the biggest lawsuits in human history is going to go down. And that'll probably be released by the mid-spring to summertime. And if that's not a rude awakening, don't worry. There's going to be more. There's going to be some control happening. They're going to be really inciting a lot of fear. Because their previous fear tactics aren't working anymore. And they got to think of a new plan. So if something doesn't seem right or it seems a little fishy, chances are chances are if it stinks and it smells like fish, it's probably fish. Spirit is saying to use discernment with who you share your energy with. Do your best to help out your community and work on the community unity within your area. Work on getting a community coalition together in order to work through the trying times that are about to ensue. Let's just say recession is putting it lightly. Your resourcefulness will be the utmost importance. However, to remember to always keep integrity, to always keep compassion and respect. Because the divine is watching. We're coming to a time where Mother Earth is about to do her millennia fumigation. If you know, you know. If you don't, you miss the boat. And that's quite all right. Quite all right. The ones that are choosing to awaken, truly awaken and not just get woke, because the ones that are woke are absolutely embarrassing. Like, just sit the fuck down. Please. There is only one awakening. And the awakening is you don't necessarily have to pray to Christ anymore because a part of Christ is within you. Just as a part of God is within you. We all have gifts. We all have the abilities to heal. We all have the ability to impact Mother Nature and the earth itself through our own energy vibration. And what we choose to vibrate with and what we choose to intend with, our words, our thoughts, our actions, is going to create that reality. So if we go and do that in fear, we will not incite anything but chaos. If we choose to do that with love, blessings abound. It is all up to us. It is all up to our individual accountability of what we choose to do with that intent. When you awaken also to the notion that just as there very well could be law and order around you, there is an upper law that cannot be broken. for your best interest. It is not to be broken. It is to be adhered by. It is to be respected, revered as universal law. And that is not to distinguish from any other physical law. But we should have body autonomy and the ability to do with what we please of our own body, as long as it's harming no one or ourselves. The ability in the space in order to become our true authentic self, and have the ability to explore and embrace our divinely given gifts without persecution, providing that we follow the first law, is to do unto others as you'd have done to yourself, so harm to none. Every intent, every decision should follow that. If you choose to rip people apart, if you choose to sabotage their life, if you choose to unalive them, or get them to the point where they unalive themselves, and you are at the hand of that, understand that the divine is always watching. And just because other people might not see doesn't mean that something or an energy does not know as to what is actually happening. What is done in the dark will always come to light. The lies and the betrayal that have been spoken upon your name will come to light. It will show you who your lovers and haters are. It will show you who is important in your life. And the people that you think to love you, behind your back, they're probably betraying you. That is the world that we're coming into. Who are you really to trust when it comes right down to it? Do you trust yourself? Or have you abandoned yourself for other people, expecting them to fill a void for you? What's the true intent? My true intent is to live out my authenticity, to try to provide a different perspective, a different way of looking at things, to shed light on the darkness, on the deception, on the lies, on the betrayal, providing ways of healing, of transmuting, bringing some sort of an understanding, compassion and forgiveness. And I'm still waiting. We've got 8 likes here. We've got 24 people in the chat. I thank and appreciate you all for joining tonight. All donations are graciously and gratefully accepted. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. If this is resonating with you and you'd like to hit the like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. All right, Spirit, Divine Light, shed some light on the darkness. What do we need to know? Somebody's extremely envious and jealous of someone in the collective. Quite possibly against an emperor. Got a page of pentacles upside down. With somebody extremely pathetic. Totally scattered. They've got no ground. Their foundation is like quicksand. Not good with their money, not good with keeping things stable and balanced. Very wishy-washy. Have no idea how to communicate. Not very stable within their thoughts or actions. Quite possibly a Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn. Very young, inexperienced, immature. At least with that attitude. Got the Six of Wands. Upside down. So, somebody's not liking what is being said about them or to them. Somebody's definitely not receiving their flowers. Somebody's definitely being judged to some degree. They're definitely not being recognized for anything good that they've done. However, the good thing is that they are going to end the cycle, and they're hopefully going to utilize these lessons moving forward to better their experience. And the World card talks about that, and utilizing the lessons learned as stepping stones to move forward. Utilizing the experiences that they've had in their life and everything that they've experienced and learned from, to let that be their legacy to move forward. To bring them into their next season, into their new beginning. At the same time, closing off old chapters, old cycles. So somebody's actually learning their lesson to some degree. Maybe they shouldn't be screwing around with an emperor. Oh. Looky, looky, looky. The Three of Cups upside down. Maybe a third party? Meddling in somebody else's life and destiny? Interesting. Oh, yeah. This queen ain't happy. This queen is definitely not happy. And I get this feeling that they were misjudged for somebody that they weren't. And that's what got this person all bent out of shape to begin with. Again, there was lies, there was deception. People were coerced into things that they didn't want to. They didn't even have any understanding because they were being lied to. They were played as a puppet. And I don't know about you, but I'm done being used as a puppet. I'm not I'm not no puppet. I don't play like that. Somebody's definitely healing coming out of a tower. They're on the way up. All right, Spirit. What else is new? Somebody's thinking about the past and nostalgic energy. We've got the Six of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Maybe somebody's growing up. Maybe somebody's actually making use of their past and their past lessons. Learning these lessons and actually creating blessings for themselves now. Maybe this is a progression of understanding and finding out who they actually are as a person on a soul level to create a better stability for themselves. Okay, so walking away from what no longer serves you, letting go of the shady collaborations. No longer collaborating with certain people. Why? Because they just weren't cutting it. Looking within, finally going through the retrospection, finally going inside, going within, searching for that inner light that you thought you lost, but meanwhile you had it the whole time. The inner light never goes away. The inner light is always there. It's just shrouded and crowded by all the fucking garbage that we choose to hold on to. That's why it gets so damn dark. The more shit you sweep under the rug, it just keeps getting darker and darker and darker and darker. Stop sweeping your shit under the rug and deal with it. One little bit at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither is this healing. And the more compassionate, forgiving, and understanding you are to yourself, the better it is. And the more positive of an experience it will be. But if you're constantly envious of other people and their progress, and then you're not looking at your own progress, and you don't understand or see the fact that you can go within yourself and search within yourself, no, you'd rather go and try to sabotage somebody else when you should be focusing on yourself. Time is one thing that you cannot get back, no matter how you look at it. And the moment you awaken, you realize that your time is extremely precious. And the one thing that I regret in the 40 years of my life is spending time with people that eventually showed me they didn't deserve my time. I was just a pawn in their game. Because that's time I can't get back. But the lessons learned with that time being spent is that I never want to experience that again. And if I find that there is any situation of a red flag coming up where people are wasting my time, I move on. Why? Because time is very precious. The impact that you make upon the earth matters. The intent of energy that you protrude outside of yourself from within matters. It is the destiny that you keep, and it is the legacy you leave behind. when you are but a memory, your inner light always shines. It will always shine, even after you're gone. Somebody out there is not happy. Somebody out there sitting and they're literally losing everything. They're losing their ability to feel because they're feeling numb right now. Their whole world's upside down. And you're wondering, why me? And I say, why not? Within every experience, there's an understanding. And there's always room to grow. There's always room to change your perception. There's always room to see things from a different perspective. Whether all your cups are dumped out or not. Sometimes the releasing of the old brings room for the new. Sometimes the chaos in our life is disintegrated and brought to nothing because it was meant to do that. It's doing you a favor. Sometimes we have such a grip on these things because it's all we know. And it brings us to a place of lack because we no longer have that. But what it's actually bringing you to is a new slate, a new whiteboard of possibilities. We're constantly played that our imagination is something that we play with in childhood. And we should put away childish things when we grow up. And maybe not have so many things of childish nature in our life. Meanwhile, part of the reason why we're held back is because we no longer have a relationship with our inner child. We've forgotten, we've abandoned our inner child. We've forgotten and abandoned our innocence. When it's always been there, deep underneath all the experiences and memories. You always have your innocence no matter what. And realizing that, realizing your inner child still exists within you, one of the biggest revelations, to know all you've done is abandon yourself. You've ridiculed yourself. You've put yourself under so much expectation, and you've sabotaged yourself into failure upon failure upon failure because you're so damn hard on yourself. You're so damn critical. Everything's got to be just right. And then you wonder why you're so down in the dumps. Because you're self-sabotaging. You're bringing this to fruition by staying in that fear mentality and frequency. By not learning and processing and transmuting, you lose out on your 10 of Cups. You lose out on the ability to have that happy emotional fulfillment in your love relationships, your friendships, your family, your children. That emotional closeness, that connection. It's what our hearts yearn for, yet we prevent ourselves and we sabotage ourselves for it. For what? What does that really serve? But to hold us back from what we're meant for who we're meant to be? To hold us back from our happiness? Every single one of us is worth it. Do you understand? We are all, in essence, our self-versions of the divine. But it takes the belief in oneself in order to bring us to that realization and ascension. And our self-worth is everything to do with that. If we continue to think of us, ourselves as a slave because that's what other people tell us, then I guess we're going to sit there and be a slave. But if we look within ourselves, within our heart space, and realize who we actually are, we are God experiencing itself in human form, each individually and as a collective. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much, my dear. You have yourself a good night. Your first super on a live stream. Congratulations. Woo woo. I'm supposed to celebrate. Thank you so much for kicking it with me tonight. You be good, okay? Or be good at it, or be good to yourself, be good to your family, friends, and be good to your health. New ideas, new inspiration, new perspectives, a new light within you, a brighter light within you. Yes, it's talking about the wand too, but I like to keep it PG, okay? New passion. To light up the darkness. To find intent. To find new intent. New inspiration. Maybe a new way of looking at things. But not only for the betterment and more authenticity of self and self-discovery, but also for the community. The only way we're going to heal this world and make it a better place is if we start within each and every single one of us. Heal from the pain, the heartache, letting go of what no longer serves you, releasing it for what it is, leaving room for new blessings, new opportunities. This is why a tree, for the most part, they lose their leaves. To make room for new ones. To make room for new sprouts. New life. To some of you, there's a union, okay? You've got a soulmate union. You feel the soulmate union within your heart. And this union wants you to be patient, wants you to be forgiving, and wants you to be compassionate. But it's also wanting you to use your discernment. To some degree, I've been talking tonight about letting the past go. There are certain things you can't let go. I would say that it would be the mic drops of life. The things that really matter, the things that really hit us deep. The red flags, the boundaries, the walls that we put up, the discernment, utilizing your inner voice, your intuition, allowing your conscience to guide you, the little Jiminy Cricket. You're allowed to show compassion. You're allowed to show patience. When there is true sincerity, but use your discernment. Don't allow yourself to be played into manipulation. Have a respect for yourself enough to not be swayed and persuaded into something that you do not feel right to do. But understand that the hard work that you put into the things that mean the most to you should bear fruit. And if you're taken advantage of, if you're lied to, if you're deceived, the divine sees all. So whether or not the situation repays you or the divine repays you, you will get your justice. You will get your retribution. What you put your energy and intent into will come to fruition. Three of Wands is talking about having that idea come to life and to be patient with the process, to not rush it. But you have to wait, might be a waiting time to just wait it out. There's something coming. There's something becoming available. There's a way being shown to you. And this is why it's so important to shine your light. To remember that you have that inner light. Just like a lighthouse out in the bay, guiding that manifestation to you. Yes, letting go of the past. Letting go of what no longer serves you. But not letting go of the discernment and the lessons learned from that. You're still required to care. You're still required to show some sort of thought and responsibility and accountability. Throwing care to the wind is probably not the best idea. Who are you giving your time to? No rest for the wicked. You're working yourself to the bone. You're working yourself to the point where you literally have no time for yourself. And you wonder where your stress is? Abandoning yourself? Not allowing yourself time to rest? Not having your priorities straight? Having them all mixed up? Why? Due to the chaos? Is it to the point where you're fighting for your life? You're grasping at straws. You're kind of on autopilot because you're kind of numb from the feelings of all the bullshit for the last 3 years, 4 years. You're kind of numb to it now. You're desensitized. But you just keep going and 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 going, and you don't stop. We got the Six of Pentacles. Again, this comes out to the fact that time's too short. Life is too short. The discernment that you need in order to balance out your priorities, to be only focusing on what that's going to serve you. Making sure that if you're going to give to others, you need to first give to yourself. It all starts there. You need to remember who you are. You need to remember what you need. And every once in a while, we need to break. We need a chance to recharge. So stop being so damn fucking hard on yourself and give yourself that. Haven't you worked hard enough? Don't you deserve a vacation? Despite it all, a little R&R, rest and relaxation. You deserve it. You've been duped long enough. You deserve to be awakened. You deserve to go through this ascension. You deserve to be looking at yourself as your most authentic self. To be able to be healed from your trials and errors and tribulations. You are worth it. You've always been worth it. You've always been enough for the right tribe. If people are diminishing you, people are making you small, putting you in a little box, they're not your tribe. My whole life I was being told to be put in a little box, to be made out to be smaller than what I really am. I'm only 5'2". I'm not a tall dude, but I make up for it. Using discernment and self-respect and integrity within your own intent and the intent with others is paramount. It's going to lead by example. It's going to show other people how it should be done. Not only will it make you look good, and it'll make you feel good too, because it's sincere. It's honest. Authenticity is the highest vibration of energy known to man and known to existence. Because when you are in your most authentic self, you are vibrating at the higher, even higher than love. Because you first need to love yourself and to be able to love others in order to be authentic. Being authentic is being your true self, being in the know, being in the feeling of who you really are on a soul level. Knowing what you're actually capable of. And to know that you're not meant for slavery. Some of you out there, you're going to be going on a journey. You're at the crossroads. You're at the brink of changing your life. You're at the point of taking a course of action that is literally going to reshape your whole life. It's going to reshape your whole intention. And it's going to bring you, quite possibly, to a new timeline. You could be jumping timeline. You very well could be ready at one or 2 points to let go of a certain someone and move towards a new person. Or, quite possibly, it could be moving from codependence to independence or interdependence. The ability to have the intuition and to follow your heart, to follow your soul, to have them in balance, to make those decisions, to be in line with your destiny. Something to look into. But you will come to the point where you will be making a decision. And whatever that decision is going to change the course of action for the rest of your life. The next 3 to 6 months are going to be crucial. A lot of the chaos is going to start to melt away. A lot of the drama, you're not holding any value to it. You're not holding any energy to it. It's a bunch of people talking smack. It's a bunch of people jealous and envious of how you are healing, how you are looking at your life in a new perspective, a new way of seeing with your eyes. Understanding when it's time to take a moment to maybe call truth, to maybe realize your own impact, your own actions, being accountable for your own actions and your own intent within your situation. Taking a knee. To me, I believe this is being honorable to the ancestors and the soldiers before you, the vets, the ones that have lost their life so you could be here. The ancestors that have sacrificed their existence for you to be here, to be in this time, and to be in reverence that you live. If that isn't empowering, your overall stability, your overall prosperity and abundance and stability is banking on it. The moment you start answering the call, your whole life is going to change. Your destiny's call, what you're actually here to do, you're not going to read that in any book. No therapist is ever going to tell you that, no matter how many tests you take. The only one that's going to have that answer is you. It is the connection that you have within and the divine. The divine light of life itself. Divine consciousness. Universal consciousness. The all and knowing. The very first and main purpose as to why we exist, why we live, why our hearts beat every single moment of every single day. It is to bring understanding and experience and lessons and learning and ascension and awareness to the collective consciousness. To allow God to work through us and see us within those lights that we are, experiencing life as ourself. People think the pentagram is evil. It's a balance of the masculine and feminine. It's sacred geometry. It is what our life is built on. The 5 elements of creation. Earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. All living things have at least 1 to 2 of those elements within it, if not more. Without these elements, we could not exist. And people are saying that it's a demonic and it's evil, when they have literally no fucking clue as to what they're talking about. You think I'm lying? Look into sacred geometry. It'll literally blow your mind. And the painters in the last, I don't know, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, even longer, even the old world, the painters knew about sacred geometry. The more you know. Emperor's got a brand new bag. Somebody's standing in his power. One day, one moment, one breath at a time. Looky, looky, Mr. Wishy-Washy. If you're wishy-washy and you don't know what you want, can you at least be honest? At least be honest. Please. Say to your other person that might be having a crush on you or whatever, no, I still just want friends. I don't want to make anything official. At least allow them to make, allow yourself to put that on the table so that way all parties can act accountable. Rather than bringing them into this wishy-washy fucking mind game of bullshit and mayhem and chaos. Not being able to make a decision and you're playing around with somebody's heart and soul. And here they're trusting you with their heart. Here they're trusting you with their time and you're wishy-washy about it. Stop. Okay? Sit the fuck down. Wait until you're ready to actually make a decision before you actually get out there and start impacting people's lives. Know what you want within yourself. Be in balance with what you want within yourself before you go out there and be all wishy-washy with somebody. Because all it brings is pain. All it brings is suffering. All it brings is betrayal. And all that does is bring you to a place where you don't want to love. You don't want to trust. Why would you wish that or bestow that onto anyone? The karmic backlash that you get for that, due to that imbalance. And then you wonder why your life has gone to shit. It's because of the way that you treat people. Wow. We got the Four of Cups. A divine wish is coming true. There's the Lovers. A divine union. The Nine of Pentacles, so that's a stability and an independence. An inner divine wish of love, stability, and prosperity. The Empress does the work. She's all four queens in one. She knows how to stick up for herself. She knows how to tell the truth and be honest and, be integral. Be filled with integrity. She knows the powers of emotions. She knows the powers of words. She knows the powers of energy and intent. She's nurturing, she's loving, she's kind, she's protective. She loves to create. She's the lady of fertility as far as I'm concerned. The Nine of Pentacles talking about personal fulfillment on a personal level. Being independent, being sufficient, being stable, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Financially, abundantly. Nurturing that stability. Allowing the transformation to happen. Embracing the butterfly. Rather than just being a green old caterpillar. Becoming that butterfly isn't an easy task. That caterpillar goes through a lot of work to get to this point. The Nine of Pentacles. The Lovers. Again, it's about the divine union within self. The masculine and feminine within every single one of us. Being in union, being in balance. Allowing and embracing the self-love. Allowing yourself to raise your frequency to attract and approve of a divine union. A divine wish. See that cup right there? This is something money can't buy. This is something that you can't find on a list anywhere. with the price tag next to it. This is something more special than most things in reality. It's a realization, some emotional fulfillment, it's a wish come true. It's having a hope in patience, knowing that there is more to it than what we thought. There is something special to our destiny, to who we are. And the spirit's trying to show you that. Right there, right in front of your face. Your life itself is that gift. To be in reverence and the gratitude of that. Every day, every beat, every moment. The magician the true ascended master. The ability to look within and understand that all the tools you've ever needed are all within you. The ability to speak your truth. The ability to love yourself and others. Your ability to go forth to your destiny, to create your abundance and stability. The circle of the wheel of creation. The ability to bring our thoughts and emotions to fruition and into manifestation of our greatest dreams. It's what we choose to put in it, is what we're going to get out of it, regardless of what we like it or not, regardless if anybody else likes it or not. What you put into it, you will get out of it. Come hell or high water, it will happen. Why? Because just as when you feel that you aren't getting the recognition, the divine will be there to show you. The divine will be there to gift you. The divine will never forget you. The divine will never let you fall. As long as you are in alignment and in belief and in reverence of that, it will always catch you. It will always be there for you. But it's within the frequency of your heart and your soul and the balance within you that brings you to that enlightenment, that brings you to that blessing, that brings you to the lesson, to receive that blessing. Everything is connected, whether you like it or not. There are no room for coincidences, just synchronicities. Let's see how the top chat's gonna work out. Can we all play along without being belligerent assholes? Alchemist? And here I'm missing out on all these chats in the background. Sorry, my friends, I did not see any of these comments. Wowzers. What? There's been a whole podcast of comments been happening behind my back, and I just have it all hidden for me. And everybody's just chatting away without me. That's what it looks like. Hello, High Priestess. Hello, Daniel. Best damn podcast. What's going on? Cheryl from Australia. Welcome in. Hello, Logan. Jamie Wilbur. Rachel. The light in the dark. The B system is already in place and ready to go. Look it up. Yeah, the rapture is about to happen, and when Jesus calls us up, they will use an alien invasion to explain away the rapture. Do you realize the rapture is already entailed? It's already happening. Do you realize a lot of these so-called situations of the rapture are going to be a self-fulfilled prophecy due to a bunch of idiots that decided to try to control things and to be able to create and set a stage in order to instill fear? Do you ever think of that? That's not my problem. I've had enough of the deception, I'll tell you right now. And if you don't understand that it is deception, I just don't know. Oh, I can't wait any longer. Dead Stars, how's it going? Colby. There's something that you take at the same time when you take vitamin C in order to help it absorb into the blood and into the body. I forget what it is. I don't know. Is it magnesium? I don't know. Check into it. Do your own research. But there's a bit of a rumor going around the mill that apparently vitamin C is a good indicator of a cure for cancer. And I'm not going to go out there and say it's a cure, but it is a good aspect or avenue to try out and to check out. I know cancer, you're dealing with a lower vibrational energy. And when we are dealing with trauma, when we are dealing with certain elements, if we are not allowing the healing process to work through and go with that and just kind of go with the flow, if we're choosing not to look at that for what it is, it starts to fester. It starts to create a internal wound that tends to manifest within the body or on the outside of the body, within your reality. So within your 3D reality, quite possibly, or within yourself, it manifests itself. It very well could be manifested through bitterness, impatience, hate. It very well could be administered through the body, such as aches, such as skin rashes, such as ills such as cancer or Crohn's or other different substantial illnesses. My main point is if you do not heal the problems of your past and you block them out, it creates a dis-ease within the body, which then and therefore is a dis-ease or disease. It's something at least to look into. So a good cure for cancer would be bringing joy, would be bringing healing, a lot of compassion, self-love. As I light a cigarette. Just something to think about. And I would for sure get a second opinion. And I wouldn't necessarily take it for gospel or take it like it's set in stone. That it's the say all end all of what the situation is. Because I've been known to meet some pretty crackpot, supposed entitled doctors that think that they know a thing or two, when they really have no fucking clue. All they got is their books in their freaking face, and they've got no life experience with their situations. And the true medical system started with the idea of using a plant as a medicinal purpose to heal. That is where it started. It didn't start with all this synthetic garbage that we have now. And the whole ability to have the body autonomy be of no value is absurd. Nuremberg 2.0. And may the idiots be brought to justice and be held accountable for what they've done to the world and to the populace upon the world. Through the deception, through the lies, all for the almighty dollar to fill their stupid pocketbooks. To re-establish and redistribute the wealth. By the divine universal order, they will be held accountable. Because the divine sees and knows all. They cannot run and they cannot hide. And that's the good news of this year, because they will be held accountable. whether they like it or not. Doing a name roll call. Any questions? Put your favorite emoji in the chat. Cooking in the Kitchen with Aiden. Episode 2. I have no idea what I'm making. I'm just going with it. Roasted garlic hummus. Country fried steak. I thought that'd be fried chicken. But definitely some fried steak is the next level up, I think. And we got some tabbouleh. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We're eating healthy tonight, guys and gals. Topping it off with some Tex-Mex cheese. Julian, you're just sad because it's making you hungry. I'm going to continue to hide your messages. You have yourself a good night, Kobe. And my blessings of healing to your person. Make sure you make them laugh. At least you try. I know it's probably difficult, but you got this. Throwing a little sour cream on there. You have yourself a good night there. Have yourself a good night there, dead stars. Be good to yourself, will you? Well, friends and family, I was going to do a roll call, but nobody really responded to it. Anybody got any? Oh, yeah, Jammy and Dead Stars. Your favorite emojis? Jammy or Dead Stars, you got any questions? Sorry, I kind of got distracted. Quick way to do a patty. You fold it in half. You press it in the middle. And you fold it in half again. Into a quarter, and there's your sandwich. You can wrap your pitas like that. You can wrap your tacos and burritos like that. And it's probably the cleanest way to have your burrito because nothing falls out the bottom. It's all folded. Just a little tip, just in case you're looking for that. But I'm gonna go and eat and watch a video or two. I thank you all for being part of the Coffee Time Collective. I hope you find the courage to go inside and deal with your shit and work through it, to be the best version of yourself, to move forward, to manifest the dreams of your life. We're all worth it. We're all worth the ability to do so. We all have those abilities. Part of that is believing it. So again, thank you all for the donations, all the love and the support. I appreciate you for who you are. Even my haters that just sit here and stalk. You're just adding to the views anyway, so thank you for the support. I couldn't have done it without you. To all those that have subscribed, again, I thank you for the support. And I hope you all have a great night. You're awesome, Juanita. I'm still looking into getting you a free membership because you work hard for that. So once I know a little more, you'll know a little more, and we'll work it all out. Because if anybody deserves a free membership, it's you. You work hard. So thank you for all your hard work. Takes one to know one. All right, kids, be good to yourself. Hydrate. Love you first before anybody else. Work through your shit. Heal your wounds. It's worth it. Be good. And again, thank you.